Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. Coming to you live here from the party garage. I'm Cocktail Kevin, and I'm here with
Straight Up Kelly,
my good friend. And hey, listen, we've been down for a little bit. Christmas came. We did our Christmas special with the Maker's Mark. Really enjoyed that. And then winter kind of piled up on us in January. We got locked in for like 2 weeks, just solid ice. So kind of crazy. And then I took a 2-week vacation. I've been traveling around the world a little bit, down to Aruba and Bonaire and Carousel and some of those places. I met a real cool mixologist, Roy. I'll do a shout out to Roy. I'll send a picture so you guys can. And that was on my stop in the Cayman Islands. But again, that's a story for a whole nother episode. Today, as you can tell, I'm wearing my cowboy hat, my Western shirt. Kelly and I are going to do a little tribute to the Wild West. Little yeehaw.
Yeehaw, baby.
We talk so much about Kentucky bourbon. We both love Kentucky bourbon, but so many other places are now distillers of bourbon. So it's coming out of Virginia. It's coming out of New York. I think Florida may actually have a bourbon. They do some vodkas and rums down in Florida too. But and even traveling west, whiskey and spirits have been out there since the 1800s. So Kelly and I thought we would jump on our own stagecoach and head out west.
Let's check it out.
All right. So our first one, let's head over to Indiana. Backbone. I think we've got them displayed right here. So this one is Backbone Bourbon, a decade down uncut. So I know they call it a decade down. You would think it's a 10-year bourbon. It's actually a 5-year, Kelly.
It is a 5-year bourbon.
It's like the 61 month. They do some weird little thing with months. But we've already poured ourselves a Glencairn here of the Backbone. This is the one we wanted to start with, just to stop over in Indiana and do our first one. Backbone. I think it actually goes back to the early 1900s. I don't think it dates back as far as the 1800s, but it's early 1900s. And I could be wrong on that. So the distillery itself may not be, but the founders of the Backbone bourbon. But let's try this one. Let's check it out, Kelly. Let's see what we've got. So again, we've got our Glencairns here. We always do a color check.
Yeah.
And we'll do a sniff, we'll do a palate, and then we'll give you guys our rendition for you cowpokes out there. Yeehaw! All right,
give a little nose here.
Ooh. Now this one's caramel vanilla. We say that on every episode. So caramel vanilla is comes pretty distinctive. It's you get the caramel, but
caramel vanilla. This one is very unique. I'm getting and this may sound a little unusual, but I'm getting kind of like a Coke float.
I get like a flat Coke. Yeah, I can see a Coke float. I get like
a flat,
a stale Coke, the little effervescence.
I am.
Pepsi's got a lot of the bubbles. Again, I'm a Pepsi guy, but if a Coke sets out, the poured glass of Coke sets out, I do get that. I pick up on that.
Yep.
Also get some like cinnamon and spices, maybe.
Cinnamon, spices, maybe a little bit of nuttiness as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's put it on the palate and see what we like here. Good color, good smell.
Cheers.
Mm. Oh.
So on the palate, I got some smooth oak and some spice.
Yeah, it's smooth on the tongue. I didn't really feel any of that. The swallow.
Yeah,
this comes in at 110 proof, if I'm not mistaken.
That's 110 proof.
And the decade down, I think it's because they launched that uncut version about 10 years ago. That's where that comes from. The more I start thinking about that. But their batch whiskey is just really remarkable. For only 5 years to be coming off at 110 proof.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, this is definitely one for the books. Kelly, what'd you think about it? I mean,
I enjoyed it. On the on the palate, it comes in on the front end. It's pretty smooth on the front end, but then on the back end, it does have a little bit of a kick, but nothing.
Kicks like a mule.
Kicks like a mule, baby. Nothing that's really gonna offend you too bad. I like it. It's a nice complex. It's got nice complexity.
It does have a lot of complexity to it, and what we mean by that is, like, I pick up cinnamon and spices. I couldn't tell you every spice that I could smell. Kelly's nose is a lot better at some of these bourbons, being a straight up guy that he is. But, he's picking up on some nuttiness, so like almond and like roasted nuts and stuff like that. So he'll pick up on things like that. But all of that together makes the complexity of it. Sometimes we'll just get vanilla caramel and we'll go, hey, it's got like a honey scent to it. Just recently, I discovered the maple, which we'll have an episode of sharing that with us. Some of these new flavors that all these whiskey companies are coming out with are freaking awesome. I'm really enjoying them, Kelly. I mean, as you can tell from the selection back here, we're constantly adding some, removing some, we're drinking some, we're enjoying many of them. But like that maple one was real fun. I got to share that one with you.
Yeah, we'll keep that under wraps for right now, but it was very nice.
Yeah, we'll keep that under the saddle. Sticking with our Western theme. Well, hey, so that comes out of Indiana. I don't really know the price point on this one. I think Kelly had brought this one over, but anyway, so Backbone. I think it got to be what, $50 to $70 for a good bottle of this stuff.
I believe it's in that price range. Yeah.
Anniversary edition, decade down, uncut, straight bourbon whiskey. So it's not. I don't think they consider that a bonded whiskey, do they? Because it's not out of Kentucky.
I do not believe so.
Yeah,
no.
It's weird how they have the rules set up. But anyway, so we're going to continue our ride out west. I think our next one we're going to go to, one of my favorites is Ben Holiday, or it's Holiday. Let me share this one with you. And I'll let Kelly share this bottle. The bottle's embossed on the bottom and the back. It's got a super, super antique label. Share that with the camera. This bottle here, Holiday, I just want to share with the audience, the viewing audience, but Kelly too. I'm not sure if he knows this, but Benjamin Holiday. Now this bourbon here is out of Missouri, so we're traveling out west, Indiana, Missouri. We'll keep heading that way with our bottles as we go along. So they're distilled in Missouri, but the funny story behind Benjamin Holiday, no relation to the Doc Holliday from the Wild West, but again, this one comes from the 1860s. And Ben Holiday is actually a Kentucky native, young entrepreneur in the 1860s, opened one of the first stagecoach lines, Overlook or Over something Stagecoach. They actually sold for $2 million in 1865. They sold for $2 million to Wells Fargo, which still runs today. So it just goes to show you who this guy was. A young entrepreneur. He owned steamships, railroads, the stagecoach line, and at one time in the late 1860s, 68, 69, he was one of the richest people in America, and employed more people than anybody else in the United States.
Yeah, the whole story behind him is just absolutely fascinating. You could spend a lot of time just
talking about him.
Yeah.
And you could check it out in my book, Useless Knowledge. No, that was a dumb plug. Anyways, this comes in as a really, really nice bourbon. Kelly, if you want, I'll let you do the pours on these.
Sure.
I like the antique label. I like the backstory of the Holiday Company. But again, keeping in theme with the riding out west on your horse, and you stop in for a shot of whiskey somewhere. This may or may not have been on the bar or on the bar scene back then. Again, the company itself dates back quite a long way, but
and I really don't see this a whole lot.
Yeah, it's not a common bourbon. I like the shock and awe of calling Kelly and say, hey, man, I got some cool bourbons. Come check them out.
And he never fails to come through either.
He shows up with the Backbone, and I show up with the Holiday. Hey, anyway, so we're going to give this one a go-to. So again, a Missouri company. I think it's 100 proof, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is 100 proof. Yep.
100 proof bourbon. So got a nice color to it too.
Let's see. Yeah, a nice medium amber, I would call it.
Amber, almost a brick. The bottle, I'm sitting here looking at it through the light. The bottle almost looks brick color to me, but I think Kelly's right. It's more of an amber, between brick and amber. But
on the nose, this one has I'm getting right off the bat like a really nice toffee scent on that I really like.
I can pick up toffee. Again, I'm smelling cinnamon.
Yeah, I'm getting cinnamon, toffee. Really pleasant on the nose.
Caramel and vanilla.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, toffee. So we're picking up again the spices and the flavors. Not as complex as the backbone.
No, it's not.
But still got a great on the nose. So, drink it, whether you drink cocktails with Cocktail Kevin or with Straight Up Kelly, just the scent alone, brings an appetizing pleasure to the drinker.
And a little bit of an anticipation.
It does. It lets you know, hey, I'm going to enjoy this. Or
yep.
I learned a little bit from that Roy, the mixologist in the Cayman Islands there. He actually slapped the glass with mint and rubbed mint around it. And it was funny because as you lifted the glass to drink it, that's the first thing that hits you. So having that aroma, that's why Kelly and I do a lot of the nose, the palate, just to share some of the experiences with you guys, because they still haven't come out with smell-o-vision.
No, we're still waiting for smell-o-vision.
Still waiting on that one.
Yep.
But this one's real pleasant on the nose. So let's give it
a palate and see what we have. Cheers.
Ooh, then the swallow.
So
then the hit. I got a little heat on the back of that one.
it's a little bit of heat on the back end. It's very smooth on the front end, and
I'm actually picking up butterscotch.
And
that heat, man, that really hit my throat there when I did the swallow. I let it set on the tongue, on the palate for a minute, and then just give it a quick second. And then when I did the swallow, I felt that heat, the little kick in the back end.
Yeah, it was a little bit, not too bad for me, but I'm getting a lot of kind of smooth oak taste on the palate, which
you pick up. It's crazy to talk about this, and I'd mentioned it before in some other episodes. Kelly and I drank some bourbon not too long ago, and Kelly could pick up the fact that it was made in a Hungarian oak barrel. How he knows these tree samples is beyond me. I thought it was a Georgia pine. No, I'm joking. All these barrels are oak, but obviously oak from other countries, French oak. Some of these bourbons, they enrich these flavors. They'll use like old wine barrels, sherry barrels,
staves,
and sometimes they'll replace like 10 staves. I think you and I talked about that on one episode too, where they replace like just 10 staves, and I think it was the Maker's 46 or something like that.
46, yep.
They take 10 French staves, and they'll change the staves out on the barrel because just that enhanced flavor will change the taste of the bourbon. So, a lot goes into this bourbon. It ain't just Kelly and I sitting here drinking, but kind of it is.
Yeah, it kind of is.
And we're going to get on our horse and ride out west. Let's finish this one off because this was a real good one. A little heat on the back end, but yeah,
I'm really enjoying
this one's a good one. I like it too.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one.
So we've gone through the backbone. We've gone through not Doc Holliday, Ben Holliday, entrepreneur from Kentucky, who traveled to Missouri, opened up his own bourbon distillery, apparently. That's a real nice one, though. And it's a difficult one to find. It's not a common one. It's not your Jim Beam, your Jack Daniels. You may never see this one. You could visit probably 100 bars and never see this one on a shelf. I bet you did in the 1860s. This was probably at every stop as you rode out toward California to, on the gold rush or whatever you were doing back in those days. So last but not least, on our travels out west, we're going to head to Utah. And I brought this one in for Kelly because I really got a kick out of the bottle. The bottle, it's a thick bottle. Let me show the video of this one, or show the cameras. So this bottle is so thick, it's got some kind of crystallization, or it's almost marbly, or it's weird to explain, but it's embossed. The glass is embossed, simple label. Comes from a company out of Utah called High West. Since we were heading out west, I'm bringing the High West. But this one's a double rye. Kelly and I spoke about rye before. Rye's a sweet bourbon.
Yes, it is a sweet bourbon.
It's got a great color just looking at the bottle, but you can see how thick that glass is on the bottle.
Yeah, they did a nice job on their bottle and their marketing, and
we could probably throw this around the room and never break it.
Yeah, I think so.
We may try later. We'll see how many cocktails we have first. But no, seriously. So High West, they come out of Utah. I didn't know a lot about them. I think you said you had heard of them.
I really didn't. I really didn't know a whole lot about them, to be honest with you, until recently. But you know, I'm a big. I like high rye bourbons.
Right.
This is a double rye bourbon. So, well, this is a double rye actually.
Right.
So, I think it's probably going to go without saying
you're going to like it.
I'm going to like it pretty well.
So you knew of them, you just hadn't tasted it then.
Exactly.
Well, and being a double rye, you know, a blend of straight rye whiskeys. Again, it's not a bourbon, a whiskey, but, you know, riding out west back in the 1800s, early 1900s, we get off our horse, we go in the saloon and we go, hey, let's get a shot of double rye.
Yeah.
This may have been on the market back then.
You absolutely never know. And
maybe not this exact bottle.
Yeah. Let's give a little pour here and see what we got.
Now the rye's a lot lighter color. I don't know if you could see that in the as I zoomed in for you guys, but the rye's got a different color. A lot of the ryes do, I think, though. They're a lot lighter.
They are a lot lighter from what I've seen.
Like a straw color. This one's really got a straw color to it, like a yellow, amber. Not amber, I'm sorry, but like it's like yellowish.
It's like a straw. Very, very pleasing looking, very nice looking.
Yeah. And double rye. So basically, I think this was the 4 to 9 year.
I think, this is,
it's a 4 to 9 year.
4 to 9 year.
The reason it's a double rye is because it's taken out of a barrel.
It's blended.
Right, so it's blended. So they take half of a barrel, pour it in to an empty barrel, and then they grab another rye, take half of it and pour it into the barrel, and they age it even more. So that's why it gives a range on the year. It'll say it's a 4 to 9 year aged rye whiskey. And that explains a little bit of that to you guys. So take that and put that in your saddlebags out on your horse. I like to stick with the themes here. I try to have a good time. Kelly and I really enjoy getting together and having our cocktails. So this is our third one of the day. So let's try the High West and see how this one plays out.
Yep.
So
let's see what we get.
I'll give you a cheers on this one.
Yeah, cheers on that one. Get a nose and see what we have.
Good straw color. That's a yellow color. I know you guys can't see that, but that is very, very straw colored. Wow, that's kind of.
Now this one is very unique. I'm getting a scent that I don't know that I've ever detected on any other bourbons.
Really?
Or actually, I keep wanting to say bourbon.
It's a rye whiskey.
This is a rye whiskey.
Yeah.
But I'm very distinctively getting a mint scent from this.
That's all it took was me talking about a mixologist, Roy, that I met in the Cayman Islands that slapped the mint on the side of the glass.
Mint and
now Kelly's smelling the mint.
Yeah, mint and floral is what I'm picking up.
Really? I could maybe some floral in that, which may be a minty. I get cinnamon again.
Are you really?
I don't know what it is. I'm thinking of riding out west. The gold dust, cinnamon toast crunch. You see how my mind works? It just full circle. There we go.
I like the cinnamon toast crunch.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, almost every one of these, I felt a little bit of cinnamon come through. But, and again, it's probably just the spices. Yeah. This too has a little caramel vanilla flavor to it.
I'm overpowered with mint and
the mint
and floral or even herbal, a touch of herbal.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, Kelly's nose is much better than mine. So I forget what this one comes in at as. What's a 46? So it's a 92 proof.
Oh, that's
92 proof. So it's
not bad.
Right in the range that I enjoy. Kelly likes it above 100, or 100 or higher, right? It's kind of your wheelhouse.
Yeah. It's nice to.
When I hop on the stagecoach, I like 90 to 100. I had to ruin the stagecoach.
It's nice to knock down the octane every now and again.
This one's got a real. Let's put it on the tongue. And
Yeah,
see
let's
what
put
it
it on the
does.
tongue. So we have.
Ooh.
Extremely unique.
I can pull floral now.
Yeah.
As it sets on the tongue, you really, really can taste the floral. I think you said botanical. It's almost got like a herbal essence.
It does. It's like a herbal essence, botanical, very smooth. There's
menthol, eucalyptus, wildflowers from who knows, whatever they could pick up out riding out west. They probably took it and threw it in the mash bill in this one.
No discernible burn on the front or back end.
No, it's a very smooth one. I didn't have any heat or afterburn on this one at all. Comes in real pleasant though. I like to cleanse my palate with my personal cocktail. Today I'm doing Ruby Red, which was the name of my horse in 1850. No, I'm joking. Damn you. Get out of here, you whippersnappers.
Hell yeah. I think this is.
You like that rye? It's a sweet one.
I think I'm really enjoying this.
Really?
Yeah, of the three.
You know, it kind of throws me a little bit, only because I'm not into the herbal. And we're going to do an episode coming up real soon. I think you and I have already talked about the Penelope, and they do a lot of the herbal flavors. So I'm interested to see how some of those come out too.
I am too. I think that'll be some really unique,
interesting,
unique stuff.
But many people, it doesn't matter if you ride out west or you stay here in Kentucky. I'm telling you, so many people right now are having their fun making bourbon. We've got some guests. We're still trying to get some guests to come out and do a couple of episodes with us. A couple of local guys we just met from Bourbon County. They're running a distillery that hadn't been open since Prohibition, but we're going to get those guys on board. We got a lot coming up, and 2026 is going to be a good year for us. Now that we're past the ice storm.
Yeah, the ice storm. Geez, oh, Pete, man, that was nobody wants to deal with that nonsense, do they?
Yeah, I'm talking like for 2 weeks of solid ice outside. I didn't even move my vehicle. I got a big 1-ton truck, and I didn't even move it for 2 weeks. And clearly, I could have drove over the ice, but I was just frozen in. It was crazy.
I think all 300,000 people in Lexington were all simultaneously pissed off at the same time.
At the same time.
So, yeah.
Well, and then of course Angie and we decided to take off and enjoy a cruise and a vacation, and
well earned too. Earned.
Got a lot of fun adventures in.
Oh yeah,
just to name a few.
Oh so. Yeah.
Anyways, that's our episode. Hope you guys liked it. We just got picked up by Spotify, so I hope you guys are out there listening too. Don't forget to hit the like button and always subscribe. And remember to drink responsibly, not like Kelly and me.
Exactly.
Hey, and welcome back. We are back in the saddle again. Or wait, that was Earl Smith. But anyway, we are back in the saddle. Kelly and I are back in the saddle drinking our good friendship. We're back at doing what we love to do. We get together every Saturday and do this. So, hey, we broke down these. I think we cut short after having a few cocktails. We're like, cut, that's a wrap. We forgot. We like to go ahead and break these down for you. So we broke out the trusty book. I know I mention this to you guys all the time. This is our bourbon tasting logbook. And I'll just run through them real quick. So we had the backbone, the decade down uncut bourbon.
Right.
That was out of Indiana. It's a straight bourbon, 5-year bourbon. Price point comes in between $75 to $100. So, and I think you brought that one in, Kelly. So goodbye on that.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Thanks for spinning that loop. You know, it's hard to scratch two nickels together out west. Anyways, yeah, so 75 to $100 price point. That was a 55% ABV, so 110 proof. So it really had that. I think I said it had heat on the back end, but it's a great dark mahogany color.
Yeah,
I'm holding it up.
Very nice appearance.
Great appearance.
Yeah.
Kelly and I said it had that vanilla caramel taste to it. I think I picked up cinnamon. I think my whole episode today was cinnamon. I shouldn't have had that cinnamon toast crunch for breakfast. For some reason, I just kept pulling cinnamon out of everything. But Kelly, you picked up the Coke on that one, like a Coke float or
Coke
something
float
like that.
or a flat Coke, yeah.
So, and it was kind of syrupy. You could get that out of it. Nutty spice is what we gave it on the flavor wheel. So our breakdown for the backbone was overall appearance is a 4.5 with that great color. On the taste, I went with a 3.0. Kelly went with a 3.5. The heat's what held it back a little bit for me. The mouthfeel, again, I went with the 3.0. Kelly went with the 3.5. But with that dark, rich color being so strong at a 4.5, even breaking down our 3.0, 3.5 argument there at the end, it still comes in as a 4-barrel bourbon. It's a good bourbon.
It is a good bourbon, and I really enjoyed it.
And it's not something you're going to see on every shelf. So pick one up, keep it in your book, on your liquor cart, on your shelf, anywhere you want to keep it. Keep it on my shelf. I'll help you drink it.
Yeah, we'll just keep it right here.
We'll keep it here. Yeah. All right. So the next one we went with, which was Ben Holiday. I chose this one because I love the backstory of him being a Kentucky entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Moving to Missouri. So again, this one comes out of a Missouri distillery. Weston, Missouri is the distillery here for the Holiday. So I think, Kelly, you said you could pick up a little.
On this one, I picked up toffee was the dominant one that
I remember you saying that now. So the vanilla, the caramel, the toffee. I picked up cinnamon again. It's my cinnamon day for me, apparently.
Well, that's cinnamon.
But this had a real soft flavor to it. I know you said the toffee; it was well balanced, but it was soft on the tongue, soft on the palate. That soft red wheat really, and to me, enhanced it. So on appearance, loving that red brick amber color. I gave it a 4.0. I think, Kelly, you agree that was a 4.0. On the taste, I went with a 3.5. Kelly gave it a 4.0.
Yeah, I like that.
The Holiday was a real nice one.
It was.
Mouthfeel, we both agreed, again, a 4.0. So overall, this is a 4-barrel bourbon. This was a really good one. Again, a great one to add to your collection or selection. I call mine a selection, but a great bottle just to put on the shelf and share people. And hell, if you can remember the story I told you about how he came out of Kentucky, share that with people while you're having a cocktail, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very interesting.
Share some useless knowledge, which is in my book. Useless Knowledge should be out in 2 months. Nice plug. Speaking of plugs, take that old horsehair. No, I'm joking. And make a wig. Just joking. All right. So again, using our book, Kelly and I talked about the High West. They were a double rye. So again, Kelly and I shared a little bit on how that double rye mixture comes out. They're out of Park City, Utah. So again, we just kept traveling west, Indiana to Missouri to Utah. 4 to 9 year blended.
Right.
But this comes in as a low budget, no budget. So this is a good set behind the computer one night. Hey, let me have a rye whiskey. So it actually come in at $35 to $40. It's a 92 proof, so it wasn't real bad on the burn.
No, not at all.
Kelly really enjoyed this as a sipper, maybe a one-time sipper. Not so much with the, if you get off the horse and just got to run in the saloon and get you a drink, there you go, buddy. But I don't necessarily think it was an everyday sipper for like a dinner or something like that, but still a good double rye.
Absolutely.
Kelly and I talked about it a little bit. Mint right off the bat, Kelly said.
Yep.
Right off the bat, I said cinnamon. Go figure.
Yeah.
Cinnamon. But Kelly picked up the floral and the botanicals. I think you mentioned both of those. Mint. You kept saying mint. So a lot of mintiness with this. I love the color though. That straw color. Kelly and I both agreed. This yellowish color, a good straw color for a rye. Put these back up here on our shelf as we talk about it. So spiciness, herbalness, and it had full body. I think you and I both agreed on that. So on appearance, 3.5, it was really nice for the rye, that straw color. That's probably one of the lighter drinks that you and I have enjoyed together. I don't know that we've done any that are so light in color, that straw color, but again, very pleasant. Taste, we both agreed it was a 3.5. On the tongue though, the mouthfeel, I went with a 3.5. Kelly said it wasn't that bad, a little 4.0 for him. So overall, we gave it a 3.5 barrel. And that wraps us up and concludes this episode. We've enjoyed getting back together after the long winter break, my crazy holiday adventure, traveling excursions. So now we're back in the saddle, heir to the cowboy hat, the ride out west. We wanted to go with that whole theme and share some of these crazy saloon bourbons that you may or may not have seen. Anyways, we enjoy you guys watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.